This is where you see with the Harriet Tubmans and those strong, even though it's kind of fucked up that, because a lot of black women don't even have it within them, even though they could, but they shouldn't have to be held to the standard of they have to be strong and do everything themselves, and you feel me? You feel me? But there is a real energy within, like, the capability of that to that extent. Because they're a higher evolved life form. There's just so much dumbing down of all these pollutants and drugs and all this bullshit and the social engineering and all the horrible shit, and then we never even get any nature or sun anymore. But trust me, black Latino people, but especially the black woman and the Latino woman, they're a higher evolved life form. Even within my species, they're a higher evolved life form. But so, if life is feminine, again, Zeus is the masculine energy embodied within one of the first souls created to be masculine of a god, created by the goddesses. And he was one of the head scientists within the universe, let it be told esoterically. So it's said to be, right? It's said to be esoterically that Zeus was one of the head scientists of our species within the multiverse that was designing the cosmos on a soul level. And Zeus was one of the first masculine energies ever created. But he turned against the mother, the womb, the source. And this is why you see he's trying to oppress, control, and dominate the very source he came from. And he's trying to become a god over the very feminine God source that gave him life. But he needs that same source to still sustain his life. So he's not trying to kill the feminine. He wants to control the feminine within his system to have it be. You feel me? And that's the same energy that the whole masculine dominant system, the whole white man's culture, not even to put it that bluntly, but it's true. The whole European culture of the man running the household. And we had to break away, and we still didn't even fully break away from it. Because a lot of, like, if you want to call us African cultures, right? They didn't even have, like, they had a whole different structures where the woman was actually praised a lot of the time. In a way that European cultures would never even think of. Like, they would be, like, shocked to even think of ever having women have so much praise and power in their European cultures. But in a lot of so-called, quote-unquote, African cultures and other cultures and societies, like, the woman would be held to some of the highest regards, right? In a completely different structure of living, right? But so, Zeus is that whole energy of the masculine god, masculine dominance over the feminine, the whole patriarchy energy, oppression of the feminine, and the toxic masculine disbalance of the overly masculine over the feminine in the world. Like, if you see the state of the world, how it's overly masculine, and a lot of the problems of the world are these overly masculine dominant structures of control, that comes from the energy of Zeus. That whole energy comes from the energy of Zeus. He's the God they pray to within Christianity. He's the God they pray to within Judaism. He's the God they pray to within Islam. He's the God they pray to within any of them. Zeus. He just goes behind many different names. He's the God of deception. He's the crafter of the lie. So that's why he can draft up and write up and think up all these different things to enslave your mind and soul. That he then uses his human being pollen to introduce into our plane. Like they carried and introduced his religion of Christianity to get us to praise to him. But so word, I'm just tapping in, you feel me? And now I'm gonna tap out. Feel me? Nothing too big, even though it's been almost 50 minutes, but word. I got a lot more work to do. I'm not fully ready to come back on here yet. This was just me tapping in and channeling. I got a lot more pulling myself into my center to do and getting myself grounded and really just like whole and in my center and in like myself. And I gotta pull a lot of my energy back into my soul and just basically restructure, recenter, reorganize myself. You feel me? You feel me? But so word. Peace to the guys and goddesses of Planet Kai. Now we rise. One. Ashe.